Hi there and welcome to Scrap and Coffee. I'm here with the final project share for the Amethyst Gatefold mini album. I cannot wait to show you this album because I might think it just might have kicked the Home Again mini album off my favorite spot. So I think this is now the album that I like most that I've done on my channel so far. So I'm going to show you, and I also want to give you a little bit more information about the upcoming period of time for me, but I will do that after I have showed the album. So people who are interested in that, they can hear about it, and if you're not interested in it, then you can just skip it. And also I will have a coupon code on my Etsy shop for the upcoming weekend. It's Thanksgiving's Day here in Canada, Monday, October 12th. And for the long weekend, and I believe it's Columbus Day in the US, for the long weekend I will have a 15% off coupon code on my Etsy shop. So that will be valid from Saturday, October 10th till Monday, October 12th, 2020. I will put the coupon code down below in the description box for you. So on to the album, the Amethyst Gatefold mini album. This is, I've called it the Amethyst Gatefold mini album because that's the collection that I've used. It's a bit messy, but I've got all my scraps in here. I've got quite a few papers left, but it's a collection by Kaisercraft called Amethyst. Really beautiful collection. Like purple and teal are my favorite colors, and this is right up my alley. And to combine it, I've used this foil cardstock by Recollections that I found at my Michaels store. So this album measures 9 by 9 inches. It's square, and it all started out with the idea of this frame that was visible on the front cover, but not a part of the actual outside cover. See, when I open it, the frame is still there. So I've cut that out of the front cover. That's what got it started, and from there I just worked out how to realize it and how to make it all work. So I'll show you the outside quickly. It has a spine, outside spine of 2.5 inches. I've wrapped it, and I've used the same paper on the back of the album. So when I open this, and it's going to be hard to get it all in frame, but we'll see how it goes. You will see that the spines of the outside cover is not the placement for the actual hinges. So there is a second spine on both sides that holds the hinges. Like that. So all of that you can see how I did it in the tutorials that are already up on my channel. And yes, I know they're a little bit longer, but I was designing this album as I was filming, so it took a little longer. So this is the page number 1. It has 7 pages. All pages are different. And this is what's holding that frame. And also I show you how I've made this frame, I think in tutorial number 2. So when I open it, I have a large side pocket here that holds a photo mat. And I've tried to give you some different options for collaging different photo sizes on the photo mats, and you can use that however you like. And I've stamped these in different directions, because just because I stamp it in a landscape direction doesn't mean you have to use it in that way. You can also use it in a portrait direction. That's all perfectly fine. So that goes in the large pocket here, and here I've made a little signature cut that I backed with some black cardstock, and you can put some photo mats behind it. At this moment I have 132 photo mats in this album, and I can add more. Like here I can add a second one. So I'm guessing about between 130 and 150 photos, depending on how you use your spaces. So page number 1 and page number 2 are really thin because the pages here in the beginning are really close on top of each other. Not a lot of gusset area. So here I just did 2 photo opportunities, and I use the white cardstock that represents the photo. So if I want to place a photo, I can just remove this white cardstock and place my photo there. That saves me in pattern paper. It reduces the bulk in your album. And yeah, I just like doing it this way, but you can do it in any way you want, of course. On this side of the spines, or on the hinge on this side, I've made shorter pages, and in every page there is a photo mat with a tab on it. And I've made them alternate, so we have one on top, one in the middle, one on the bottom. And I will put the punch measurements in the description box for you. So here I can place 2 6x4 photos on this photo mat, and I haven't done anything to the back yet, but you absolutely can. There is enough space in this pocket to use the back side as well. So that goes in there, and then we can open that, and now I'm going to pull it all out, and I'm not able to get it in frame completely, so I have to shove it around a little bit. So on the back side, room for photos, and I also made some journal spots here and there, so I didn't stamp these. So you can journal here about the photos in that area. Then page number 3, that's this one, large page. Here I've made a tuck space for some photos. And I've used these little swing tabs that I saw Scrap Green used in one of her albums a while back. And I decided that I wanted to try it because I really loved how that looked. So, and I do like how they work and how it looks. So I used a lot of strips, tuck spaces, that sort of stuff. I just love doing that. So this opens up, and then we have photo opportunity here. Yeah, just waited until that airplane passed. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's also a sheet with 3x4 cut aparts in the collection, and I used quite a few of those as well. And here I've made a little opportunity for a 3x3 photo, but I've made this removable, so I don't have to use it if I don't want to, but I just felt like I wanted to break this up a little bit. Again, open it, more photo opportunity here, photo opportunity here. Of course, this is open, so I can replace that white for a photo. And now I'm shoving it down a little bit because this is a waterfall element. And what I did is made a frame out of that foil cardstock, and then I could place, this is a 7x5 slightly cropped. So I have a little black border on the inside as well. So that's there, and then here I show you that you can also do 2 smaller photos in a portrait direction. So these are like, I think 5x3.5, something like that. Maybe a little wider, I'm not sure. It's almost 3 7/8 actually, by 5. And then one more time that frame. And then here, yeah, I've made up pocket option number 2. If you watched my tutorial number 4, you see me making a pocket with a little slit there. And although it worked, I just felt like it didn't go with the rest of the album. So I changed it up. So, but I left both options in the cutting guide. So you can place larger photos here. I just did a 6x4 and a 4x4, but you can place larger photos in there, and even more than 2 if you want. And I've magnetized it here. So we can close that again, and then use these little thingies. I think they're called photo turns or frame turns. I found them on Amazon. And I combined it with a brad. So when we turn that page over, again I've used that swing thingy, 7x5 photo here, and I've combined that with some pattern paper. And on the other side of the flap, again a 7x5 photo in the landscape direction combined with pattern paper. And then here we have a stacked pocket sideways. And this one was the hardest for me to decorate. I just, yeah, it was pretty difficult, but I think I'm happy with how it turned out. So we have a little frame in both our pockets there. And in the large one you can use to put large photos. Again, I only have one in both pockets, but you can add more if you want to. And also what I did a lot was, yeah, like I said, I like to use strips. And on the 12 by 12 papers on top, they had like a 5/8 inch border with a different pattern or a quote on there. And I've used that a lot in this album. I've used those parts of the 12 by 12 paper. Okay, page number 4. Here we have 2 flaps, and on each flap I have a side pocket. Here I have a cropped photo. I think this is 5 by 3.5. And again another pocket with a little acetate frame where you can place a 4 by 4 with a background mat. And I did a little longer photo mat to hold this flap in place. This one is magnetized and this one is not, because I will do that with this photo mat there. So here a cropped 6 by 4 photo, and then here on the back side I did a cropped 6 by 4 photo, and then that side pocket with the other pocket with the acetate frame. And then on the inside I've made a pocket with the pattern paper, so it's actually a tuck space, so you can place 1, maybe 2 photos in there. And I have 1 7 by 5 in there at this moment. So close it all up again. A photo mat in the the binding pocket there. Journaling opportunity, 5 by 5 photo here. So on these mats, on the 2 shorter pages, you will not be able to put a 6 by 4 if you make the punch, because you will lose 3/8 of an inch from your measurement that you will find in the cutting guide. And on the back side of that, I have to shove it again. Room for a 5 by 5 photo. Those swing tabs again. And on the inside, oh my gosh, this is so long. Again, a 5 by 5 photo. Like these strips here are from those borders on top of the 12 by 12 papers that I was talking about. And on this flap, some smaller photo opportunity, but you can also do a 7 by 5 here or 5 by 5. See, here I have a 7 by 5. And again, a pocket with a little frame acetate window there. I really think that goes with this album and this paper collection so good, the acetate elements. But you don't have to do it if you don't want to, of course. So close that again. And close that again. Shove it again. And then we have page number 5. A flap here. You can do a 7 by 5 landscape direction, but I choose to do a 5 by 5 with some pattern paper. 7 by 5 on the inside of that flap. Then we can open this one up. Room for smaller photos. I did 2 4 by 4s here. And then I've made a little tuck space here on the bottom pocket for a small photo and maybe a journaling spot there. Use some embellishments from the collection. And then this is a side pocket that can hold a 6 by 4 photo. So I can also put that there, but I wanted to show off the paper as well. So that 2 side loading pockets there. And then this is a large pocket for, again, a large photo mat. So more photo opportunity. And that can go back in there. This is a little bit of a tight pocket, but it will work. Close it all up, and then on the back side of that page, I know there's a lot to this album. A flap here, again I made a stack pocket, tuck-in space with, so like a pocket with the pattern paper, so 1 or 2 photos can go in there. Pretty simple. I didn't add any embellishing because I didn't want stuff to catch onto each other. And then a larger photo on the inside of the flap. Here I did 2 cropped photos again. I've done it on several places, so this is not a standard photo size. Again, I think it's 3.5 by 5. I can flip that one down. And then I've made a little tuck space here again out of the pattern paper. Photo opportunity, journaling spot. On the top flap I did pattern paper with a cutter part out of the collection. And on the inside, room for a 7x5 photo. And on the inside I did 4 3x4 photos. 2 in portrait and 2 in landscape. And then I filled up the middle with a little embellishment of out of the collection. And then when I close it, I've made a little swing tab on this flap here. And that will keep everything in place. Page number 6. We have a pocket here with 2 smaller photos inside it that will hold all the flaps in place. Got a part out of the collection. We can open this one to the top, room for 6x4. This one to the bottom, again room for a 6x4, nothing special. And then I have room for 6x4s in landscape direction here, there, here, and on the bottom as well. Again with a foil strip there. And on the inside I decided to do 2 smaller photos backed with some black cardstock, but again I made it removable, I can change it up. I didn't stamp this one because I could also use it for journaling if I want. But you can also do one large, like a 7x5 photo on here if you want to. So you can play around with that area. So I'm closing all of this up. And then, like I said, this will hold it all in place. And then here again, a photo mat in here. Again, just a little different layout, journaling spot again there. And that, for the photo mats that goes in the binding pockets, I only used scraps. Then on the other side of that page, again here a flap, and I've made a little belly band. This is one of the quotes that I found on top of the 12x12 paper. Made a belly band, put some photo opportunity or some journaling opportunity there. You can do like 2, I think 2 is the maximum that you can put under there to not stress it too much. 7x5 photo on the inside, and then we have a stacked pocket here where the bottom pocket has an acetate window. And on the top I did a 7x5 photo opportunity, and on the bottom something smaller, but you can do that however you like, of course. And this is magnetized as well. And then page number 7, we're almost there. We have a belly band, and on top of the belly band I've made a pocket with a swing tab closure, and that can hold 4x4 or 3x4 photos. So I'm just closing that again, and then behind the belly band again I did a larger photo mat, collaged some photo mats onto it. And the photo mats, yeah, they have a little bit of a different measurement than you might be used to, but I did it on purpose so you can really have that small black border without having to crop your photos. So there is a reason for those measurements. You can place that behind here. You could even do one more behind here, I think. And then we can open that up. We have a large side loading pocket, acetate window, beautiful paper, room for larger photos in there. So I did a 7x5 and a 6x4. And then here, this is a cropped photo as well. I think a 5x4. 6x4 here. I did a little journaling spot behind this little tuck space that I've made here. Again, this is a quote that's on one of the strips on top of the 12x12. And a 6x4 on the inside. Cut a part out of the collection. Photo opportunity, journaling spot, and pattern paper. And close that again. And then on the back side of that page, I have a flap here. Again, swing tab closures. I've made a little window in the flap, and behind it I've collaged some embellishments out of the collection, and I really like how that looks through the window there. And on the inside I've made a photo opportunity. On this flap, photo opportunity as well, and I've used strips of pattern paper so I can use those swing tabs there. Photo opportunity on the inside, and then behind here a large pocket that holds another photo mat for more photo opportunity. There we go, and we can close this again. I really like this element here. Let's close it in the right direction. And then last but not least, the back inside cover, where I've made a large waterfall element. This is magnetized here, so that keeps the waterfall in place, but it's lying really flat. So when it's lying on his back like this, I don't even need the magnet, but when I stand the album, when I put it up, then it will come forward a little bit. So that's why I did do the magnet. But in the way that I've made it, it's lying really flat. So I did made a little photo opportunity here because I felt like it needed something there. And I've just used one sheet of pattern paper and tried to keep the image intact as much as I could. And then what I did with the photos is you can place a 7x5 photo in the landscape direction here, or you can make two cropped portrait style photos. So these are again 3.5 by 5 inches. If you don't want to have a lot of landscape direction photos. And then on the inside, these are the only places that I've kept black because I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I think you get the idea. So you get a photo opportunity on each of these flaps. And this is the back. So again, I did a large 7x5 and I placed some strips of pattern paper to fill in the rest. So that is the whole album. And I also, what I did here, some spine of gusset areas are pretty wide, and I've placed a strip of that foiled cardstock. And I haven't done it everywhere yet, but I think I will add it in the wider gusset areas, like here. So that's something that I might go back for. So now when we want to close it, we can just close the pages like we do, and then we can see how that. Now this is perfect to me because a lot of gatefold albums are not able to do this, but this one can, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then close this up, and then that's the whole album. I know it's a long project share, I'm sorry, but I'm really proud of this album. I'm really happy with it. So I wanted to take the opportunity to show you every little detail of it. So this is the album share. All the tutorials are already on my channel. You can find a playlist for it. And the cutting guide is available on my website. A link is down below in the description box. That's a free PDF download. Don't forget about the coupon for my Etsy shop for the upcoming weekend. So yeah, that's it. Now, maybe a lot of you do know, maybe some of you don't know, but I'm expecting my third child within now and like 2 weeks. So I'm not going to be as consistent as I was before with bringing out projects. I probably won't stop crafting at all, but I just go a little bit more relaxed probably and just see when I can find time to do something. And if I don't have time, I don't have time. I want to enjoy my little baby girl, of course. So yeah, we'll just see. When I come out with a project, I'll come out with a project. And if I'm not coming out, then I'm not coming out with a project. So we'll just see how that will go in the future. I will probably have to find a whole new rhythm again. And we'll see. We'll see how that will go. So if it's taking a little longer for me to come out with a new project, then that's the reason behind it. So for now, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope it won't be too long until I can share another project with you, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon. Bye bye.